in the Will Eddie Jr. story, which is the dude I was talking to for a while. Yeah. It was actually a crazy story. I'll share it, but very funny. And then I got Rejected Waters on there. Do you remember that? All right. So let's just start with this.
This is the Symposium podcast with Wright and Romero.
Welcome to another episode of the Symposium podcast. This is episode 24.
Kobe.
Not to be confused with 24. Four. On the other side of the table, let the people know who you are, my man.
What up? I go by the name Wright. Welcome back. We are here once again with another episode of the Symposium podcast. I'll kick it back to you, brother.
As always, you know what it is. Rose gold in the motherfucking building.
Yeah.
It is June 12th, 2021. We are here. It's actually a nice day outside.
It's beautiful.
It's fucking breezy.
Yeah.
So we
It's
got...
been hot.
Yeah.
It's been fucking
hot. Terrible. But we survived, and we're gonna kick this podcast off like we always do.
Yeah,
to the
sir.
people, to you.
Cheers.
Welcome to the party. So, quick check-in. How you doing?
I am doing great, man. I'm doing great. I can say I'm at a 10.
Really?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
shit! Okay.
I can say I'm at a 10, man. Yesterday was my last day of my first year teaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
Thank you. I feel real good, man. It's been a crazy year, and I just was like sitting and reflecting yesterday, man. Just like, damn, being a first year teacher in a pandemic, it was fucking insane. But we did it. We made it. Shout out to all my other first year teachers out there. Anybody that made it through. Yeah, man. So I'm good. My spirits are high. I'm ready for summer. This is the first summer in a long time where I don't have to work if I don't want to.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I've been striving for that. Like, bro, I've been a seal coater. I've been a cider, like siding houses. I've done it all. Everything you could think of, I had to do in the summer just to,
Just get by.
make money. Yeah. And so, grinding to be, just for that, in that teacher role, like, it's nice. It's nice to finally get a break.
Congratulations.
And this is perfect timing because I'm not gonna get a real break with my nephew. He got
all kinds of shit.
Yeah, we gotta get him busy, keep him occupied and busy, but he's doing well. So
I saw your grocery carts on the gram. I was like, God damn, nigga, that's at least 3 bills.
yeah. So just getting right, but I'm good, bro. I feel I'm relieved. Just happy I made it through. Just on them anymore, but I can't complain, man. I'm blessed. I'm blessed right now, so I feel good, man. I feel good.
That's wonderful to hear, my man.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
very happy for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
For
Thank
real.
you. How you doing?
I really have no complaints. I'd say I'm at a 9. I'm at a 10, but I'm at a 9 because just a little tired.
Yeah.
A little tired. I started my new job this week.
How's it going?
Great.
Yeah.
It's a great fit, my man.
Are you at home or are you?
I was down here in the cities doing training, but
Yeah.
I'm back in St. Cloud now.
Okay.
So I'll be working out there.
So I mean, like, sorry, is it remote or will you be working in like inside a building?
No, it's remote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be like in the community, just working with people there. So yeah, it's good. I'm feeling good. Just a little rundown, but spirits are still high. I'm feeling great. I can't tell y'all exactly what I do, but I work with the people that are in need. I met this CEO. He stopped in and one of the realest motherfuckers I've ever met. He straight up said, he's like, listen, I know we have this protocol and stuff. I don't care about all that. I just want you to help the people. Meanwhile, the lady on the side that's instructing us, she's like, no, you can't say that. I was like, yep, this is the right place for me.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I'm at a 9. Spirits are still high. No complaints.
Yeah, man.
It's still Team iPhone, by the way.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know. All right. That being said, should we get into some news?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
Let's do it. That's news to me.
That's news to me.
What we got? Just kick us off.
Okay, so I don't exactly. This literally popped up when I was walking through the door on my phone. I don't know what exactly is going on, but y'all can check out the article from the Vox. But cancel culture is coming after Chrissy Tegan.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
I didn't read up too much on it, but I definitely saw that.
Yeah. So apparently she is getting ripped apart on the platform that she has been the queen of for some time. Twitter.
Yeah.
They coming after her
Yeah.
hard.
Is it for old tweets or is it
For old tweets.
Yeah.
Well, things are apparently like from the old tweets, things are just starting to catch up. It's just a history of her bullying people.
Yeah.
And it stemmed from the tweets that she sent towards Chris Studden, I believe. It was a young lady. She at the time it was like 2011, and she was 16. Do you remember this? In 2011, a young lady. She was like in pageants and all this other shit. She married someone in their 50s, so she was considered a bride child, right?
Yeah.
And so Chrissy Tegan.
I'm not familiar with this story.
Yeah, but apparently there was a girl who was 16. I don't know if she was necessarily a model, but she was in pageants and stuff like that.
Okay.
She married someone who was in their 50s.
How old was she?
She was 16.
Oh, jeez.
I know. That's a whole nother thing. We can get into that another time because I have questions about that.
Is that even legal?
It's not. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not in Minnesota, but in other states.
I'm sure other states got some weird ass.
Yeah, like South. Not to come at the South, but y'all move different.
Yeah.
So, is that too hard? Whatever. So Chrissy Tegan said some things about her at that time, and it wasn't even like a jab or even a joke. There was one that literally was towards this girl that said, "I hate you." Yeah, and after years, finally, the young lady came out and she said, "I don't, at my lowest, I was being attacked by this person who was on this platform and had a huge following." Chrissy Tegan came out with a statement. She apologized. She said, "I was trolling and I didn't know what I was doing at the time." Just apologizing for her behavior.
Yeah.
That's all that she really said. But culture cancel, or excuse me, I said that backwards. I'm dyslexic. I'm sorry, y'all. Cancel culture came after her and is still going after her. The only thing that I don't really know about, and I don't even know if this is true, but I've been seeing multiple headlines, is that she and John Legend are getting divorced.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm like, is this all because
Right.
of the bullying, or is there more to it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm curious to know. So anyone who's listening to this, or if y'all follow us, please let us know. Would love to know more. Please let us know. But yeah, that's all I got for news. I'm actually glad that popped up in my feed. I never want anyone to get dragged in the mud. But I know we was talking about Chrissy Tegan a few podcasts back, and you was like, I don't know about her. So I was like, oh, you'll probably be happy about this.
Yeah, she be wildin', man. Like, she be wildin', dude. She be wildin'.
So what do you got?
So I got, I think it was a podcast or two ago, we was talking about the shooting, the police that shot the guy, was it Winston Boogie Smith? And,
That's a name?
Yeah.
That's his name?
Yeah.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, in Uptown. So remember we didn't really have much on it, and then I said, they said he was a murder suspect. Remember that?
Yeah.
So, Star Tribune, which is our local newspaper.
Shout out to the Star.
The largest national newspaper, actually. Don't shout out to the Star just yet.
Well, I retract my shout out.
So this is from the Star Tribune. We have removed this tweet because it is falsely reported that the man who was shot and killed, later identified as Winston Boogie Smith, was a murder suspect. The information was initially sourced from law enforcement scanner audio. However, Star Tribune did not confirm it independently and therefore failed to meet our standards for our publication. We sincerely apologize for this error, and we are currently reviewing our reporting processes and policies to ensure that this does not happen in the future. That's tough, man.
I worked for y'all.
Man.
I worked for y'all for 5 fucking years.
That's tough, bro. And people obviously are upset, as they should be, because they painted this man as painted this man a certain way.
A fugitive, not a fugitive, excuse me, a murderer and all this stuff. Yeah.
That's tough, man. That's tough. And just to falsely report something like that, especially considering the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Man. So
Okay, see, this is perfect because this is something that we're gonna get into later in the podcast for sure. But that's tough to hear.
It's tough, right?
It's tough.
That's tough, man. So
damn.
just had to throw that out there, but because it sucks, man. It's like, oh man, y'all got too big of a platform to.
Yeah, you too high. You're too high up there, yo.
To do that, you know what I mean? To make them type of mistakes, right?
I know.
So yeah, that's all I got on that, man. So I mean, rest in peace, Winston Boogie Smith. I hope shit gets figured out. But yeah, that's just tough for Star Tribune to post that and not have the right facts or info.
I mean, I'm glad that they're owning up to it.
Yeah, for sure.
But again, we'll get into that.
Yeah. On some lighter news though, new Rory and Mal. We touched on that from they put out that dope trailer, letting us know stuff on the way. There is a podcast. There is a podcast.
Sweet.
They actually dropped the first episode today.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Yeah. It's more of like a just we hear y'all. We thank each other.
An introduction.
Yeah. So they were in LA and shooting a bunch of content. But the dopest part about that is they're working with Kevin Durant.
Really?
Yeah. So they're working with his team. Him and Eddie Gonzalez got that their own podcast.
Yeah.
So they're working under those guys.
Interesting.
Yeah, and,
okay.
So they're back on Spotify, YouTube, of course. But yeah, they said they got hella content on the way. And it was just cool. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope too.
Congratulations to Rory and Mal. Big ups. It's interesting to hear that they're on Spotify, especially after being on the Joe Budden podcast. And now I'm wondering, I'm like, oh, this guy, you know.
Yeah.
So
man.
we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
Big ups, big ups. I sense some things on the way.
Yeah. And I'm ready. I'm excited to see what they got for content coming up, because you have to listen to it. I'm sure you listen to it, but they they talk about like just the direction they're going, and it's different. It's gonna be them. You know what I mean? It's gonna be shit they want to do. I heard some shots in there a little bit.
Sure.
Rory
that's
Rory
gonna
was
happen.
Rory was a little spicy, but it was they kept it respectful. They ain't mentioned Joe at all, but as they shouldn't. But yeah, they got some shit on the way, man. I'm excited.
That's gonna be some. It's gonna be some different energy.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
I think Maul gonna get a lot from Maul. You know what I mean? Because he was too cool at first.
He's not gonna just sit. He's not gonna be in the cut no more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely.
That's dope. Shout out to them. That's all I got for news, though.
Okay.
Just kept it light today.
Yeah, I think that's kind of how it is now.
Yeah.
So that's news to me. So now we're gonna get into some topics get into the shit, as we like to say. What should we start with? Should I talk to the people about some more TikTok shit, or should we talk about what happened last weekend?
Let's get to the TikTok shit first. Then.
Okay.
We can drag out the last weekend because that was pretty funny.
Oh yeah. By the way, if y'all wondering why, y'all can't see me, but when you see the video, if you're wondering why I'm holding my headphones like this, I forgot my mic, so I'm holding the headset like this. But yeah, so let me talk to y'all about TikTok. If you've been listening for the past few episodes, you know that TikTok is my new addiction. I was hating on this fucking app for so long, and then I got on, and I was like, okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. I even hit up E yesterday, and I was like, hey man, have you heard about this trend? And he's like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna send me the trend though.
I thought about it, but I was like, am I being OC? Is that too much?
No, I was literally waiting. I'm like, this motherfucker didn't even send what he was talking about. Like
I'm sorry.
What to say? Right? I was like waiting too. Like, oh, maybe we'll just send it later. Like, you know, and it never came. Like, all right.
My bad.
I'm like, he better mention it tomorrow because I don't know what he's talking about.
There's a trend on TikTok. It's called the Adult Swim trend. Do you know? Were you ever a fan of Adult Swim? Yeah. Do you remember the bumps that they would do? Like they'd say a couple sentences with the music playing in the background. Like they just pop up saying whatever. You've seen them.
I'm sure I have.
You've seen them. And then it would just say the logo Adult Swim. That's basically what people are doing now. They're just doing their take on it with a song in the background. And I was like, this shit is so smooth and intriguing.
Yeah.
Niggas like us will kill this. That's why I brought it up to you.
Okay.
We'll get into that. But
yeah, we do gotta. I gotta start putting some content on our.
I posted something else.
Oh,
I've been trying to like things. I'm not gonna talk about it on here, but I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do some stuff. But we'll talk about that later. But that's one of the main things that I wanted to talk about with TikTok. But another thing that I wanted to touch on is I'm finding it very interesting with people on social media, and particularly with TikTok now. And we touched on it a little bit last episode about how people are on a platform and they're becoming their own celebrity in their own space, right? And what I've been seeing lately is young women and young men talking about one another, how to approach one another, or even their thought process. Yeah. And what was fascinating about it was, I'm not coming at y'all, by the way. I'm just telling you what I've seen. Gen Zers, I'm really talking about, and young millennials, and people our age. I'm talking about all of y'all, myself included. But I saw some young women who on one hand were saying men are like tissue. You use one and then you can use another. And then I saw another young lady talking about if a guy is sweet and gives you attention and so on and so forth, show him the door. And on the other hand, she was like, if a guy ignores you, lives out in another state, doesn't hit you back in a text, he can get it. I'm like, I am trying to understand.
I think that's a generational thing.
Like,
I think, this shit is cool now to, you know.
And that's just on once. That's the when men like you niggas are talking about. Don't be stupid. Don't treat these ladies like they're on a pedestal and stuff, or don't be all into their looks. And to some degree, that's true. But the way that you're going about certain things, or some of the things that you're saying, it's like, I don't know. And this is the reason that I say all of this. I'm hearing these things and I'm seeing these videos, and you want to talk about toxicity. It's like, yo, you are a toxic person. You are a toxic person. And I just to say that, I'm like, do you realize that? Do you realize the energy you're giving out?
Right.
You realize what you're putting out into the world. Do you know what you're doing? Do you know who you are as a human being?
Right.
And you as a person could even think you're giving solid advice, but it's like, yo, I think you're making things worse.
Right.
So, yeah, thoughts on that?
I mean, we kind of touched on it last. It's just, it's just weird time, bro. Like, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. I think a lot of this shit is trolling, honestly, because of social media. I think a lot of this shit is trolling. But it's like I said, it's different. I think it's generational. I think the times is different, for real.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. You can't take. I can't take that shit seriously. No. Well, I can't speak for young people, but as in my mid-30s, bro, I'm not treating a woman like shit, bro, just to try to get her attention.
Absolutely,
That's nuts to me. Like, nah, man, I'm not rolling with that. Like, that's insane. Like, I don't want to be around no parts of that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just crazy, man. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm glad you said trolling, because it is true to some degree. Like, you hear some things or you see some of these videos, you have to take it with a grain of salt, basically, right?
Yeah.
But I've seen this sort of behavior, not just on TikTok, but on different platforms. I've seen it so much, it's hard for me not to question it. Like, is this a joke, or is this real?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm trying to understand the world, and I'm trying to point. And I guess the biggest thing is, you know me, man. Like, I'm always trying to understand past what's going on the surface. It's like, fuck all that shit. Tell me what's real. And to see people acting this way, and especially as a whole, as a culture,
yeah.
I want to know, like, what's going on in your head? How did you get here?
How did we get here? That's the main question. Like, how did we get here? Because it's weird. It's very weird. Very weird. So, yeah, man, I don't know.
So, yeah. Y'all talk to an old head. Let me know. You can hit us up. Not so much on Twitter. We're not really on there, but Instagram for sure. We on TikTok now. You can definitely hit us up on there.
Yeah.
Stitch us. But
you be on there.
For real, you can catch me. Hey, you can either hit us up at the Symposium podcast, or you can hit me at Rogo16. Trust me, I'm on there. We'll gladly talk to you there. We'll gladly make a video. But yeah, that's all I got for TikTok. I fucking love TikTok.
Yeah. It's a black hole, bro.
It really is.
It's a black hole.
Yeah,
It just can't stop scrolling. Like, it's so much funny shit on there.
It's my new shit. I can't even stun it. I'm gonna have to stop talking about it because I'm giving free promotion, basically.
Right.
Y'all need to start paying me shit. But I did want to bring that topic up again, because it's just like, I think it's too much. I think it's too much. Oh, and that's why I wanted to talk about that. Going back to the Star Tribune, having a platform, as like being on a platform as big as you are, right? You have an audience, a huge audience, and you give out this energy, you give out this information. People will listen and they'll take it to heart. They'll be like, "Oh, this is it. This is the thing."
Facts.
Yeah. And then later on, you're like, "Hey, this isn't exactly what it is. We fucked up. My bad." Okay, that's good. You're holding yourself accountable, or you're coming out and you're saying we fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
That's great, but the damage is done.
Yeah.
What now? And that's why I bring this up as an entirety, talking about people on TikTok and stuff and saying all this stuff like women about men and men about women. One day you'll probably come back, whether you're trolling or not. And again, with Chrissy Tegan, coming after so many years, apologizing to this young girl and stuff. It's like, okay, that's sweet. You've learned something, but the damage is done.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you X amount of years ago? I understand you weren't at this place that you are now. You had to learn. But what are you gonna do now? Like, why did it have to get to this point where shit really hit the fan? That's my whole spiel. It's like, why does so much shit have to pile up? Why does so much damage have to be done just for you to have a moment to just be like, oh, we fucked up.
Yeah.
So, have you ever been in a situation like that where it's like you got to a point like you were just on go mode in a negative way, you didn't realize it, and then you're like, yo, I fucked up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, me too. I'm not
For
perfect,
sure.
100%.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Shit, it's tough, man. It's tough. No, definitely been there though.
Yeah. So that's my whole spiel, y'all. I know I'm going on a tangent, but that's all I'm saying. Just really stop and really take a moment to really think about stuff. And that's why we say it on the Symposium podcast. Like, get your facts.
Mm-hmm.
Get your facts right. And when it comes to you as an individual, just take a moment. Just pause and think, like, if I say this, how is this gonna translate to people? Like, what's the reaction I'm looking for?
Yeah.
How am I affecting people? So stop, think for a minute.
Right.
That's all. Now, Rose Gold is gonna get off his box for a second. Let's talk about last weekend. E, can you start us off? Talk to the people.
So last weekend, Ro, myself, and our boy Nate decided to, hit the town a little bit.
Yeah.
Hit the town a little bit. For the first time in a long time. Everything was open up. It's like, fuck it, no mask, no more, So we outside, we outside. North Loop, it's popping. North Loop popping right now. We go out to Basement Bar. We out in Basement Bar. We having a good time, man. Having a good time. And then as soon as we get in there, man, it just immediately straight comedy, dude. Straight comedy. The events that occurred, we just stopped and looked at each other like, damn, we're gonna have a hell of a podcast. So in the midst of everything happening, I'm pulling out my phone, taking notes every time something happened. I just want to share the 3 notes that I had. The 3 notes that I had written down. Young niggas at Basement Bar.
Yeah.
So that's my first issue. Just looking around, like, oh man, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Ro just got a drink spilled on him as I'm making this list. In the Will Eddie Jr. story, which is the dude I was talking to for a while. It was actually a crazy story. I'll share it, but very funny. And then I got Rejected Waters on there. Do you remember that? All right. So let's just start from the top. Let's just start from the top. All right. Young niggas at Basement Bar. All right, so the North Loop area. It's very,
It's loop.
It's loop.
It's loop.
It's loop. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Right? So we in there, man. I'm looking around. I just see some young gentlemen that, look like they ain't usually in that area.
Yeah.
So I'm looking around like, oh man, what's going on?
Boys look lost.
Yeah. I'm like, oh man, what's going on? Like, but they was cool, man. They was just having a good time, and that was just,
Yeah, it was good vibes.
Yeah, it was good vibes, but it was just like, all right, what y'all doing over here? Yeah, you gotta think about it, like, We close to everything. So they just a new spot. But they was good, man. It was cool, man. It was cool. They was just out, you know.
Yeah, everyone just trying to have a good time. Not cracked up.
Yeah.
It was just
it was like
it's exactly what he said. It's like, what y'all doing?
Yeah.
What's going on? What y'all trying to do?
Yeah. Because and then that'll actually go back to my last part. So, next note. Bro just got a drink spilled on him as I was making this list. So we just kicking it, vibing, you know what I mean? What? Oh, wasn't he? So first of all, Ro didn't even have a drink in his hand at this point. So he just, you know, we kicking it, and then a girl walks past, and then the guy walks past, bumps the girl into Ro. Now Ro got spilled though, so Ro looking at the dude, and I turned around just like, all right, what's about to happen? This motherfucker Ro made the dude go buy him a new drink.
No, I got you.
Which he didn't even have a drink already, or did he just offer?
No, it wasn't even. I got you.
All right, jump in.
So here, I had notes. So I wrote in my phone, I was like, white girls in plaid. Right? Because there were girls in there that were wearing plaid sweatshirts, skirts.
You're right.
It was almost 50s or some shit.
Yeah, it was a theme.
Yeah, it was a theme. And then in my next note, I was like, 10 seconds later, white girl spills a drink on me. So what happened, as E and I were just we're in our phones, just taking it all in, like, what the fuck is going on? We are literally in there for 5 minutes, if that.
Yeah.
A girl she bumps into a guy, spills a drink on me, and the guy spills a drink on me as well. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I look down, I look at E, I'm like, you spilled a drink on me. And then I look at the dude, and he's like, my fault. And it's like, and actually, he was like, my fault, but listen, it wasn't even my fault. It was this girl right here.
Yeah.
So I look at the girl, and she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Can I borrow you a drink? And I was like, yes, you can.
Yeah. Right.
Took her over to the bar. She was actually a really nice girl. I can't remember her name, but she bought me a double. And I was like, she's like, I'm so sorry, I really didn't mean that. I said, no, it's cool. Can you just tell me about what the fuck you're wearing or what's going on? She's like, we're here for my friend, it's a bridal party. I said, no doubt, that's what's up. Congratulations to her. So it was cool. We clinked, said bye, went back to E, just looked at each other and was like, okay, this is the night.
Yeah.
So yeah, carry on, sorry.
But yeah, so that's that story. I'll skip to the rejected waters because it's very funny. So as the night go on, we vibing. Now we like boom, we moving and grooving, and then so we're buying each other drinks though. Like every time I go to the bar, I go get these guys a drink. They go to the bar, they grab me a drink. But Ro kept bringing waters with the drinks, trying to keep us hydrated.
I'm trying to look out for my niggas.
Yes, he was trying to do the right thing, and every time he walk away, me and Dana look at each other like, man, I want a fucking water, and we just pour the water out. So we looking at this dude like, what the fuck are we gonna do with this water, man? So then every time Ro would turn his back, and we were pouring the waters on the floor. So it wasn't making it no better.
You assholes! I didn't know y'all was doing that shit.
Oh man, dude. I was just like, dog, what the fuck are we doing? We gotta go home, man. But it was funny. It was a good time. It was a real good time though, man. Real good time, man.
Oh my God.
But that shit was too funny because I'm like, I wrote it down on my phone. Like, it was funny because we looked at each other like, man, I don't want this water.
Yeah, man. You see,
all he was doing was looking out.
Just trying to look
It was
out.
hot as hell. They're like, we needed the water. Like, we should have been drinking the water.
you know what?
It was-
I should have known, like, I forgot the people I was rolling with for a second.
Yeah.
I'm like, these niggas, they're not gonna take it.
Right.
Even for a split moment, I was like, they're not gonna take it. But at least I'm offering.
Yeah, like, he was doing the right thing. And we was just like, man, fuck this water.
Oh god, that's only like a part of the things that. Those are the highlights, but
Yeah.
there's some other shit that went
Yeah.
on. Old girl needed some help.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
Just meeting people. We're friendly, so
Mm-hmm.
it just
That was actually like, dog. People are wild, man.
people are. You know what I find interesting about that night in particular? I think I don't know about for you, but for me, that was the first official night of the summer.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
being
Technically,
out.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's hot as hell. Everyone was out, no masks, just like you said. So it's like, okay, this is it. This is the start. I see what we're getting into. Oh, okay. Bonus story. So let me tell you what happened. We get back to your crib, right? I grab my stuff. I say bye to you and the
Yeah.
gang.
Yeah.
I parked across the street in the parking lot over here, right?
Oh yeah.
I was not aware of this, but apparently after a certain time, you can't get in without a ticket.
Oh.
I left my ticket in the car, and I usually do that because I'm
Oh,
like,
you couldn't get in the door.
yeah, I couldn't get in the door, nothing.
Damn.
So I'm pressing assistance, no one's coming, no one's hearing me. I try to get another ticket, it's not working out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not going to stay here all night. And I could have just hit you up and be like,
Yeah.
hey man, can I crash your place? But I'm
Yeah.
like, no. I'm not about to bother this nigga. So I'm looking around, I'm like, how am I gonna MacGyver this shit? How am I gonna get my fucking car? So finally, I'm standing by where the ticket is, right? The ticket thing. I look up, there's a fence that you can kind of go over. I look back at the ticket, look at the fence, ticket, fence. And in the midst of all this, I hear a group of girls in the car going, oh my God, look at this nigga right here. I'm like, why is life like this sometimes? So I say, fuck it. I hop the fence, cut myself all over, make it over. The girl's like, yeah, yes. And I was like, you see me? They said, yes. And I was like, cool. As I'm walking to my car, I hear the garage come up, motherfucking car comes through.
Damn.
And I was just like, I literally stood there for 2 minutes and I just looked at the car that was parked, that was parking. I was like, okay. Got in the car, sat down, paid, left. So, great fucking night.
Yeah, it was a good night.
It was a good night.
It was a good night. I had fun.
Yeah.
My Will Eddie Union story. So
Yeah.
the guy, white dude I was talking to, don't even know if his name is Will Eddie, but it was like weird. It was weird. So
Yeah.
So we just got to talking, right? I don't even know how the conversation started, but I don't know. It was like it was more of like, how you doing? You good?
Mm-hmm.
You know, just in passing, like, hey, excuse me, man, how you doing? You good? And then he was like, no, and I'm like, so I stopped, like, yo, what's going on? You know, bro, it was just crazy, dog. It was like, he was like, so I'm like, how you doing? And he's like, not good. He was at Union, so he went to Union, white dude. And he like, what the fuck did he say? He was like, oh, he said he got jumped by some black dudes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just for no reason though. And I'm like,
Oh.
but he still came out, you know,
After
that
that.
happened that night, and he came out, and I'm like, dang, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. So that's what brought it to my, you know, the first part.
Mhm.
I was like, just what y'all doing here, you know, kind of that vibe.
Yeah.
And he's like, he won't even know nothing. It just happened. And I'm like, oh, you know, so I'm talking to him. He was just so thankful that I was listening.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that's why we talked so long. He was just super thankful I was listening. And it was crazy. It was weird.
bro, I had no idea. I remember too, because y'all shook up and kind of walked away.
Yeah.
And you gave me this look, and I was like, yeah, yo, what's going on?
Yeah.
And you were like, bro. I find that very interesting to hear that contrast, really. In the same night, this dude got jumped by some black dudes. And then later on, he meets up with you, a black man, and you're listening to him.
Yeah, he was so appreciative.
Yeah.
He was so appreciative that I was just listening, and it was, you know, it was weird. It was just like, cause I felt shitty, bro. I'm like, damn, like we ain't all like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, totally.
We ain't all like that, and you know, and for him to even like, he was like shook up, bro, and like for him to even be out there, you know, it said a lot.
That's wild. I don't know if I told this story on the podcast. This happened a few weeks ago. But as y'all know, like I'm in St. Cloud, and I've dealt with some racist comments since I've lived up there. But the thing that I've never really touched on is like the contrast that it's not all bad. It's just when certain things like that happen, it's shitty.
Yeah.
But a few weeks back, there's a mechanic that I go to, right, from my car. They called me. They mistake me for someone else. No racial profiling or nothing like that. Someone else had the same name as me. And I went in there to get an oil change. I made an appointment. And they were like, oh, Romero, before you go, one more thing. Lady that's working the desk, she slaps a card on the counter. And I'm like, oh, what's this? I opened it up, and it's a I'm sorry and a thank you card, and it's saying, we're sorry about the mix up. This appointment is on us.
Yeah.
So they changed my oil for free. And I was just like, see, this is the shit that I'm talking about. One person, like, somebody can fuck shit up for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you forget that there are good people out there. Like, it's not everyone. Like, not every black person is a hoodlum. Not every white person is a racist. This shit is fucked. But yeah, I'm glad you listened to that dude, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm really I'm glad he opened up about that too.
Right.
So, what a night. Shit.
Yeah.
There is something that I also want to touch on since we're talking about the basement bar. So every time I'm in the cities, I bore E with old stories of Minneapolis. I tell him how things used to be. And I tell him how I miss the city so much, like an old man. But something that I realized from last week was North Loop is what downtown Minneapolis used to be. Straight up. The basement bar reminds me of Brothers. It's just fancier. And I just think it's wonderful. And I finally realized that because like change has been happening for years with the cities. And this is where we're at now. And I really bring that up because I was holding on to Brothers for a really long time. And it is not where it's at. No. Downtown itself isn't really like what it used to be. When was the last time you were out downtown?
Man, long time, bro.
Yeah. It's not what it used to be. It used to be a very fun place. It still can be considered fun, but for me, I say it was fun because there was all walks of life and everyone got along. Yeah. Everyone was cool. So, but yeah, I think the Loop is that spot now, and it's still growing. So I'm looking forward to more adventures there. Who knows? Some shit might even pop off tonight or next week. Who knows? Well, y'all stay tuned.
Yeah.
Last call.
Yeah. Before I do last call, I do want to give my guy a shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he lives in my building. Him and his son just came down here, but dude, his I think his name's Dre. I forget, but he's a chef.
Yeah,
he's a chef.
I remember that.
So it's Rast Kitchen, RAST Kitchen, or Rast Kitchen if you but his Instagram is Rast Kitchen 12, RAST Kitchen 12, all one. spiel. So he be like, so he go to different parks and just post. He just posts like, hey, I'm cooking for the kids. Like, come let the kids get a free meal.
Yeah.
Or he be cooking out here in our thing. Like, hey, come down, come kick it, come holler. You know what I mean? And I think this is super dope, bro. Like, you know, he just go to random parks. He just go anywhere, you know, just to get his name out there. And just to, you know, to feed the people.
Chef for the people.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You need that, you know. You know, black entrepreneur. You know what I mean? He doing it for himself. So, his Instagram, like I said, Ras Kitchen 12. It's like Rasta Kitchen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at his Instagram. He be getting to it. He be getting to it, man. But yeah, man. So shout out to him. He on TikTok as well, Ras Kitchen.
Okay.
So
I'll check you out.
Yeah,
for sure.
man. So you know what I mean? It's just show love. You gotta show love to the people, man. But because like you said, he always invite me. I haven't stopped through yet, but I will. But every time he's out here, he kicking it, man. Like chopping it up. So
I respect it.
so shout out to you, man. So
Okay.
no.
Lovely young man. I can't even say young man. I think he's about our age, but
Yeah.
he's a good dude.
Yeah.
Met him last week. So, all right.
So yeah, go follow him. Follow him on Instagram, Ras Kitchen 12. All right.
Do that. Oh, on that note, something that we need to touch on very quickly. We are now on all kinds of platforms.
Yeah,
We did it. We saw it through. We are on Apple Podcasts.
we are.
We're on Overcast. We're on one other platform as well. I can't remember right now, but y'all can check us. You can check out all the platforms that we're on Anchor. That's anchor.fm/TSPER. Again, that's anchor.fm/TSPER. Y'all can hear us on there. You can hear us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all other types of providers.
Yeah.
So we did it.
We did it.
We did it.
Did it.
Apple, we not coming for you anymore. Thanks for working with us.
Yeah.
Finally. That being said, now last call.
Last call.
Okay. I wrote in the notes about adulting, and just to kind of tie it in with what we've been discussing in this episode. I've been saying it for the longest time. Just when we started wondering about what type of adult am I going to be, what life is going to be like at this point. I'm slowly easing into that, as I've been saying, just past couple episodes. Like, it is dope.
Yeah.
It is. It's fun. There are some things that are still challenging, but I'm very much with it. I'm like, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I guess I bring that up because it's like, it's not that bad. It's not bad growing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's dope. It's dope as hell. And I'm not that old, but I'm not that young either. Like, I've been around the block a few times. But I'm enjoying growing up. I'm enjoying maturing. And that's also why I'm having these open conversations with you guys about this younger generation, talking about each other, men and women and stuff. Because I've been there. I've been all over the place. Like, I've talked down on women. I've talked down on men. But when you get older and you start to learn and reflect on yourself, you start to realize it's like, yo, all of that is bullshit. This is what it's really about.
Yeah.
So adulting ain't that bad. Life ain't that bad. It's dope when you really work at it, man. So y'all grow up. Y'all grow up. Mature a little bit. It's fun. It's fun when you strive to be what you want to be. So that's what I got. Y'all grow up. Adulting is fun. What do you got for the people?
And you know what? My last call, I'm gonna go. So I was at the dog park yesterday. Met a lady, older lady. She lives around here. She was in Florida for a month. Her and her 2 dogs. She was just so happy to be back at the dog park with the dog because she said there's no dog parks in Florida.
Really?
Yeah, not that the area she was in. She couldn't take her dogs nowhere to be around their dogs. She was out there for a month, she was living, like, having a good time. She drove out there, got her. It was a long. I'll keep a long story short. she had a crazy story, but it was dope. It was super dope. But she dropped a gem on me and didn't even know it. Like, this lady was drunk, actually.
Nice.
Which was even funnier because, you know, she had a good, she just, you know, she's been going for a month. She's enjoying herself. But she was like, so she was telling me, like, how she had to do, what she had to do was, like, spend all this money. But she was like, I was at a point where I had nothing. Like, no money, no nothing. Penniless, she said. She was penniless at one point. And it was the best time of her life because she had to learn how to problem solve.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn. Like, I really felt that, you know what I mean? Because there's times where I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna eat the next morning. And I'm like, you had to problem solve. Yeah. And like, it's just crazy. I'm like, dog, that was really dope to hear, you know what I mean? And she was good, she was in good spirits, you know what I mean? She's happy to be back. You know, she enjoyed her time away, but she'll always remember that, and that kind of like stuck with me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just you got it. We find a way to figure it out.
Yeah, 100%. I like that. Shout out to the drunk lady.
Man,
that was in Florida and dropped the gem.
I didn't even get her name either.
Have you ever seen the movie The Martian?
Yes.
Do you remember the last scene of that where, oh my God, what's the man's name? Matt Damon.
Yeah, Matt Damon.
When he was talking to the class.
Yeah.
I always remember that scene because, to what you saying, kind of just like wrap this up for the last call.
Yeah.
He's talking to this class about, you do the math, you solve a problem, and then you solve another problem, and then you solve that problem. You do that. When you do that, you get to go home. Mm-hmm. Basically saying, you learn, like what you touched on, you solve a problem, you learn how to problem solve.
Yeah.
That always stuck with me because it's like, yeah, that's what you do.
Right.
Solve it, just figuring it out.
Figure it out.
So respect to that.
You know, I had much respect.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, well, that kind of just stuck with me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she was just telling me about how much money she had to spend to do that. She's like, man, my happiest when I had nothing. Because I had to figure it out. Damn. That was deep.
I respect that. Okay. Anything else you want to say to the people before we go eat?
Man, just thank you for listening. You know what I mean? Thanks for tuning in. Dude, actually, yeah, we got my homeboy, you know, I don't know who listens and who don't. Like, people say, oh, y'all check y'all out. My homeboy hit me up like, man, y'all that was a great episode last week. I'm like, I felt that. I'm like, damn, thanks. You know, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? It was just dope. It was dope that, you know, to get a compliment, you know, from somebody, you know.
Yeah, that's tuning in.
Yeah. And I mean, I know a few here and there but I didn't expect him to be listening. He just texted me like, hey man, that's super dope. Like, that was a good episode. I'm like, yeah, appreciate it.
We greatly appreciate y'all listening.
Yeah.
I know we not big yet. I'm always gonna say yet, because you know this gonna blow up, and we almost at that #1 spot. I'm not gonna come at anyone's neck yet, but we definitely there. But if y'all do listen, we greatly appreciate the reach out. So it's nice to hear that.
I wonder if they talking shit.
Nah.
I don't listen to it. I don't click it.
Nah.
That'd be funny though.
It would be hilarious.
Like if we just had beef over a podcast. Oh man, that'd be hilarious. We need some beef.
No, we do not. Not yet.
All right.
Not yet. No. This we're a peaceful podcast.
We are.
But we
talking shit.
But we won't. We're not afraid of smoke.
No.
Maybe some philosophers beat that ass. We appreciate y'all listening. We hope y'all have a wonderful time.
Yeah, man.
We love making these episodes.
Check us out on all platforms. Listen to a podcast on YouTube. Videos is up there, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Let us know you listen.
Oh, my man has put out
a crazy
gang of videos. Subscribe to them shits. For real, subscribe to us. Our goal is 120 subscribers. Help us out. Tell your friends. Tell your mama too.
All right, man.
Okay.
Great episode, man. Have fun.
We'll see y'all later. We out.
Get out of here.